Video I want to show you how important it is that these Fuji cameras have linear opposed to non-linear, I don't know what you'd call it, actuations in the focus mechanism of the lenses. If you don't know, or you've probably heard that mirrorless cameras are not good when it comes to trying to rack focus, meaning focusing from one object to another and repeating that over and over. So I'm going to show you how excited I was and didn't know this about the Fuji film cameras. Is in the camera you can set it to non-linear. It might come like that by default, which means the faster you rotate this ring, the focus is going to go quicker. The slower, it's going to go slower. Now that sounds good, but you can never hit the same focus marks every time. By putting it into linear, you can actually use a follow focus. In this case, I'm just using tape, and I'll show you it's a cheap way to do it. And now I can hit my focus points every time on key. And why is that important? Well, let's just say you're going to make, you're doing a short film, and there's someone on a couch, and they're over on the left part of the frame, and you're focused on them, and they're talking on a cell phone, let's say. And then on the right part of the frame, but behind them, let's say it's the kitchen's back there or something, and there's a wall, and you have some bad guy coming around the corner or peeking around the corner, and you want to then focus on that person, and then let's say focus back to the person on the couch on the cell phone. Well, if you're using regular or old DSLR lenses, that the focus is actually, the focus ring is connected to the motor gears, I guess, not motor gear, yeah, I guess the motor gears or whatever. I'm not get too scientific on that. But when you turn it, it's actually turning gears and making it move. Well, on mirrorless, it's basically just an electronic adjustment. And sending signals to the computer saying, okay, to the motors in the lens, okay, move this amount and whatever. So that was the bummer about Panasonic cameras, at least May, what is it, 2019. Panasonic's never had this feature, Sony never had this feature, but the Fuji does. And I'm going to demonstrate how to do that and how important it is. So let's say, and why that is important is if you tell the actors and action and you do the focus pulls or whatever, and let's say the director just says, we need you to say this or act a little more or stand up straighter and all this stuff, and you have to repeat that. Or if the talent forgets their lines or screws up their lines and you have to do it over and over, it's going to be a pain in the butt, even with focus peaking, to sit there with linear or non-linear and try to just judge that, because every time it's going to be different, and that production is going to take a long time to do. So we want to be able to hit focus points like every time, all the time, so we can just carry on with our short film. So first of all, the easiest way to do is you can buy all kind of stuff out there, follow focuses. You can buy electronic focus pullers and have an absolute focus puller, separate focus puller doing that. If you're a one-man band, you can just take some painter's tape like this, put some tape around it like you can see on here, and with a lot of these Fuji lenses, they actually have like a little mark here where it's basically telling you where the aperture is. So I'm just using that as a guide. If you have a lens that doesn't have that, then you're going to have to put basically two pieces of tape. One tape, closer to the camera with a definite mark on there, and then another piece of tape on the focusing, the focusing, what do you call that? The focus knob or focus wheel or whatever you want to call it. And those are going to be our focus points. So this is the 56mm f1.2, and it has one of those little lines there showing me at what aperture I'm at. So I'm going to use that as my base part of where I'm going to do the focus pulls. So in the scene here, if I turn on this camera, I'm going to record from this too. And let's record that actually. So I'm going to use my glasses to see this because I'm so close to this. So what we're seeing in here is, so I got my tape on there, and I got my pen here. And so what we're going to do is that first battery there, you can, to help you along, you can do like a zoom. Now my camera is set up just for this back dial to click in. Once I click that in, I can then, let's just go out of focus. Let's say this is going to be our actor on the couch, and then I just go ahead and I pull focus on there. So once you zoom in and you pull focus on that first actor, let's say the battery's there, then you want to take your pen and you want to make a mark on here. You can label it A or B or whatever. Let's just go A. A right there. And then what you want to do is the actor that's coming around the corner, or the object that you're going to be doing this to, you would tell the actor, hey, can you just step out real quick? And then what you do is we would move up to that other actor. In this case, it's the battery. You're not going to see this zoomed in on this video. And now I'm going to go over until we get that one in focus right there. And then we're going to make another mark. Okay. So let me, I did this earlier. I'm going to cross out those so I don't get confused. So there's that mark, and then there's that mark. Okay, so let me go back out. Okay, so now that you have that set up, you got your first point of focus and you mark it. You got your second point and mark it. Now I'm still recording here. Now you're going to see how I can go back and forth every time. So you would say action, and this person would do their thing, and then when the whatever key line that person is going to say and that person comes out, or you say action again or whatever, then you pull focus to the other one. So if you watch the video here, let's say that first battery is doing its thing, and then you say action, then the guy comes in, and all I do is focus right to that point, and there you go. So if we then come back to this actor, we can come, whoops, I put my hand in there because I don't have a lever on it. You can see that we came back to that. So if we have to redo the lines, okay, cut, let's do that again. So you're going to see, I'm going to try to do it this way better. So now we go to the first actor, and then we go to the next actor, like that. And then if it recalls to go back to the person on the cell phone on the couch, we can go back to that. Now, I'm shaking the camera a little bit. I'm on a kind of a trinky tripod here, and the focus pull on a lot of these lenses are really quite a bit. You have to turn it a lot. So you can buy these little levers or levers that go around here and stick out like this, and that'll give you a greater way to pull it. And of course, you want to be on a solid tripod and not this little shaky thing here. Also, you've got those follow focuses where you can put marks on that if you want. But that's how you do it, guys. So let's do it again. Look at this here. Okay, and action. Let me do it this way. And action, and then we pull to that one, and then pull back to the other actor, just like that. So it's pretty cool. I can do that every time. Now I'm going to show you. Let's stop recording here. Now I'm going to show you by going into the linear, and in order to get here, you go to the wrench icon, and you go to button dial settings, and then you go to page 2, and you're going to see it's toward the bottom. It says focus ring operation. Now we're going to go to non-linear, and you're going to see how impossible this is. Okay, so let's record. Okay, so now we're on non-linear, and if you watch the video here, you say action, and you want to go to that other point. You come over here, and there it is. Now if we come back to this one, so you can see how I'm at the same point, but it's blurry now, because if you go faster, you're going to just start getting things screwed up. So if we go back to the other one, you can see it's off. It's not there anymore. It's just, it got done screwed up. So now the front one's blurry too. So you can't go back and forth from those. Now it's like, you can see how much blurrier it is now. It's just, the more takes we do, the more blurry it becomes. So there you go, guys. If you have any questions about this, leave it in the comments. And I love that you guys are here. I really do. I talk into the camera, and really, I know you're there. I know you're watching, and I really, 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 really appreciate you guys to be here. I really love when you guys leave comments, nice comments. I don't like some of the comments, of course, but for you guys that are really supporting this channel, I really appreciate it. And give me some thumbs up. Subscribe to me if you haven't already subscribed to me. I want more people over here with like-mindedness and helping people out. If I did something that's not that you could do better, definitely leave it in the comments, because I'm not here to gloat on that I know things or know everything, because I don't. So if I do make a mistake or something, leave it in the comments, because if other people come here, they can read it and kind of figure out that there's better ways of doing this. So anyways, Aaron J. Anderson, I'm out. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.